Well, good morning
Hey guys.
to everybody in the chat and everybody who's just out there. Good morning. I had a peaceful, restful weekend. Oh my God, I am so restful. I might be all over the place this morning. I don't know. I got too much rest. Scott up top is on location again. And you know who he didn't bring? Me or Beth. I'm I think it I think this is what I'm thinking. This is just me. I think Scott doesn't bring Beth or I on his cruises so he can go to the buffet and we don't know that he's eating all the food. That's what I think. You know, it's okay. I don't know his secret, how he's so, and I don't know.
He stays on cruises and walks around.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
and runs through the casino.
Yeah, that's the exercise regimen.
Yes, and Pickles and Eddie are in the chat.
No, that's Pebbles up there.
That's Pebbles.
Yeah, Pickles got an attitude.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know what Pickles is at. Weird.
I know.
She's probably in one of the chairs in the dining room, sleeping over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When she feels cold, that's where she goes.
Oh,
well, that'll work.
It's cold here too.
Speaking of cold, what is the weather on the Anthem of the Seas currently in Scott's room?
Okay, so here's the deal, right? I saw this. I saw somebody left a comment. It's actually not as usual. Like usually, I would have it jacked, right, 80 or higher, right? I actually only have it set at 75 right now.
Wow.
Okay, hang on.
So, and it's nice. It's nice in here. So it's very cold outside, but it's nice in a cabin. So,
well, that'll work.
Feeling all right?
That will work. And let me see. I think we had a graphic in here. I'm trying to get it uploaded here. And this is the report that we received just the other day. It was only set to 77.1 degrees. It wasn't set to 90. So, hey, that's progress right there. Love it.
Yeah, so it's actually 2 degrees lower now. I actually have it set at 75 right now.
That dog will hunt right there. It will.
Yes.
And let me see. Good morning, everybody. We are your morning team. Welcome into Go Live Together. If you are here for the replay, please type in the word #replay. That way we know that you were here. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in Cruising on the High Seas and Travel.
Yes. Good morning.
And I believe this is the inspiration behind Scott's question of the day. But today's question is, what is and was your favorite excursion and where is it or was it? Please let us know down in the chat or comments section below.
Yeah, Scott had technical difficulties today that resulted in a lack of time. So I just borrowed Rob's question.
There we have it. Yo, Brooklyn in the house. Eddie Lugo Studios has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Good morning.
And is it cold there, Eddie?
Yes, it's 31 right now with a high of 53. Ooh. And it's been raining the last 2 days. So today seems to be very, very sunny. So some of that should be dry out. And we'll get a little colder later. Warmer later. So we'll see.
Right. Santa Scott has made it in with our first donation of fresh fruit. Thank you for those pineapples, Santa Scott. Cruising with Keith has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And here we go with another weather report from Mike and J&S Adventures. Good morning.
Good morning.
Having a fantastic Monday morning as your reinforcements have arrived from the north where it is a balmy 30 degrees and cloudy with a high of 32 degrees today. Ooh.
I wonder if their cold is different from our cold.
Gotta be.
Yes.
Danny, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. Good morning.
Hi.
Yep. Elizabeth has made it in. Hello.
Hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
Yep. Good morning, y'all. Scott has it nice and toasty in his room, Cheryl.
Okay.
Yep.
Not really.
Kathy Mills has made it in. Good morning.
We're gonna
Good
break
morning.
that thing.
I'm deliberately keeping it cooler in the room to make her sorry she didn't come with me.
Mm.
Ooh.
Praying couple cooking series has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, welcome,
Morning.
welcome.
Jimmy is in. The astute tourist. Hello, welcome in.
Hi.
Mhm.
All right. Sarav Halder has made it in. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by the show.
Mhm.
Good morning.
Captain Billy J. Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Welcome.
We got a donation of a cruise ship.
I
from
know
the
that's
captain.
right.
Yeah, man. Thank you for that cruise ship. Will G, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Let's see. Scott is not sick. He is sick and tired of technical difficulties with the mobile rig. We got to
Mhm.
see what's going on with that. And let's see.
Oh yeah, Captain. That's
Okay. Well, that's the secret.
true. Yes. You see?
Yeah. Captain says Scott keeps cruising so he can avoid putting out vlogs until 2054.
Well, I can say this to you, Captain. I am vlogging. In fact, I vlogged Cruise Day yesterday. I'm going to vlog again today. I am vlogging. I'm just not editing and producing.
Correct.
Mm.
Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it in. Hello.
Hey Tinker.
Yep. Blood work done on a cold day. Ugh. Mona did what? Has
Mona
made it
did
into
what?
the chat. Hello. Good morning.
What's up?
And okay. Elizabeth is writing this down. She's taking notes to see what's going on with that.
Listen, I'm not keeping it. I'm not doing that at home. At home is way colder than where I am right now.
Mm.
I think we're somewhere off the North or South Carolina coast at the moment.
Okay.
That'll work. Najuma Brown has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Welcome in.
Good morning.
And there is an update on your survival techniques here.
Oh.
Elizabeth says Scott can survive at a lower temp than normal.
Mm.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I doubt it.
And Cruising with Keith says, wow, it's warmer in New York City.
Oh God.
Come on, Keith.
Sharon Rowland has made it in. You took your meds, Eddie?
Yes.
Good morning.
All right. Matthew Whittington has made it in. Hello, good morning.
From
Hi.
New Orleans.
Yes. Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott has made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
What's up?
The Astute Tourist, currently 40 degrees and heavy rain in New Hampshire.
Oh wow. I would love the heavy rain though. I like it.
I think there's supposed to be some heavy, well, not heavy rain, but later on this week, we're supposed to get 2 or 3 inches. Destination Fun has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Good morning.
Marjorie has made it in. Florida, rocking the house. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, Marjorie.
Traveling with Tinkerbell. It is a cool 39 degrees in Florida. That'll work.
It's cold.
Listen, I'm headed for Florida. It better not be that cold when I get there.
I know, right?
It's cold everywhere.
And Mona did what? Says my heat is set at 72 degrees. Sharon Rowland says it is 35 degrees here in South Georgia.
Ooh. Eddie said it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 35 right now, yes.
Facebook user is in the house. Good morning, Cruise Nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And okay. The editing and posting was the 2054 thing here. Mona did what? Says it's 31 in Ohio, going back to 50s again later this week.
Mm-hmm. That'll
work. Oh, snap. We could start the party. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it in. What's up, fellas? Welcome to the party. That is right. It's raining here in New York City.
Oh, on baby's birthday.
Yeah, and one of our great grands just turned 1 today. So she is having a birthday party and immunizations and avoiding rain and cold and just, keep her in your prayers.
Oh my God.
Yep. She's going to have a bad, good day.
Yeah, a bad
good day.
Hey.
Okay, Mona did what has addressed something that I learned about. As soon as the high definition video processes on YouTube, then that's when the live chat replay is available. Until
It
then,
usually is about 24 hours.
yeah,
It's usually around 24 hours before the chat replay is available. So
Yeah.
if you watch the replay inside or less than 24 hours after the actual airing, you probably will not see it.
right. And even afterward, you won't be able to see all of the chats that we see because we have unified chat here in StreamYard. We can see it from all 4 channels that are broadcasting this show. Unfortunately, none of you are able to see the unified chat. And we've been talking about it, it's a communication between StreamYard and YouTube. Unfortunately, you're only able to see the chatters that are joining you on the current channel that you are tuned into at the time. So that's where they have it set.
Yeah, I've been sending emails and stuff to StreamYard to very little reception from them. It's a little as a content creator, it's a little upsetting that StreamYard has the audacity to charge us the amount of money that they are for as limited as their product is, but they're doing it nonetheless. They don't seem to be very quick or concerned with rolling out some of these updates like unified chat and stuff like that. I've asked them specifically for unified chat and they just kind of ignore me about it. So
and which is the primary reason why I read everybody's chats out loud, because some people are working and listening or driving and listening. You want to make sure to let your viewers know, if you're a content creator that goes on live, here's a good live tip for everybody, is read who wrote the chat and what the chat says in its entirety. That way people that are not looking at the screen currently can hear what's going on in the unified chat that we do see. And we try to read all relevant chats to the show and to the cruise and travel discussion, or even to our banter. So we try to bring it to you as much as we can. Mike J&S Adventures says, please pray for the people in Tennessee after all the tornadoes from the weekend, and 6 people have died from the tornadoes. Our prayers go out to those families.
And Mike and Rihanna usually do a fundraiser for places that have been hit by disaster. So check their page for things to come.
Cruising with Keith says the Carnival Venezia embarkation day got postponed from 6 a.m. today due to high winds we had last night.
Yeah, so as soon as I got on the ship yesterday, first of all, it was really raining hard and a lot of wind and stuff in Bayonne, which is literally right across the river from where Venezia sails out from. And the captain came on right before we pushed back and started sailing out and said that it was going to be really rough until this maybe later on in the afternoon today. Right now, the ship is really rocking and rolling right now, and has been. It was pretty bad last night. They actually had the upper decks closed last night because the winds were so bad that it wasn't safe to be out there. So,
yep. Ocean Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning.
I think he's up getting ready for his sailing coming up. You know how they had the 60-day challenge last time? He might be electric sliding right now as we speak. Santa Scott says 40 degrees here and feels like 33 in Panama City Beach, Florida. And let's see. I believe that we are caught up. I'm just seeing if we missed anybody.
So the panhandle of Florida is never warm, though, right? So,
Traveling with Tinkerbell says, Mustard Drill, it should be warm when you get to Florida. We will be around 75 tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a good temperature.
I think tomorrow is our first stop in Port Canaveral. So
that'll work. Oh, snap. Danny D won an award on Friday night. Congratulations.
The helping hands for cruising award. She got it.
Oh, that'll work.
Been nominated
Nice.
to go. Yes.
And F.R. Humphrey, our shipmate, has made it in. Hello, welcome
Good morning,
in.
Felicia.
Good morning.
So at least one of those cruises that are going on 2024 or maybe 2025, she's her and her mom will be in it.
Right.
That's wonderful.
I did see that you sent me a message, Bruce. Unfortunately, we were already in show mode. So yeah, I'll check it after the show. Mayhem and Miracles has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning.
Yep. The panhandle of Florida gets hot, but not in the winter.
Mm.
Yep. Man, I love Destin, Florida. I really do.
Wow.
Destin, Florida is
Lower
awesome.
Alabama.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Low. Captain Bill J says low of 39, high of 60 today.
Well, that's about 3-4 hours for me.
And we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for us to look down the road a little bit where we can see this sculpture here out there parked on the water.
They showed it on the news this morning.
Yeah, they did. The big news. I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't have to look far for the ship that's in today.
What would it be in the news?
Yeah, well, they have got, they look at the same webcams we do. So yeah, they showed the Voyager of the Seas out there looking all pretty, and it was early morning news, so it looked different than this. Now the sun's all up and everything, but when the ships come in at night or early in the morning, it's a beautiful sight to see.
And I can't imagine what's going to happen on the 20th when the Jubilee comes in.
And I'm going to share this tab right here. Today's weather. We are waking up. If you are in town already and are sailing away on the Voyager of the Seas, which you should be, you're waking up to 47 degrees with 73% humidity and clear. That's right. It is cold out there.
Mm-hmm.
We are only going up to 59 degrees today, and your sail away forecast is 59 degrees with 47% humidity and mostly sunny. Mm-hmm. So at least you'll have a dry sail away today.
Yes.
That will work right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cold. Traveling with Tinkerbell will be in Magic Kingdom tomorrow, Scott.
Oh, wow. Cold of Alabama.
Yeah, it's cold in Alabama, 37 degrees.
Golly, I didn't think Alabama got cold.
Oh, yeah. We get cold. It's just in little spells. Oh, okay. Danny D says, no, not going on a cruise. Someone else won the free cruise. It's the Papa Mozo Award. Is to recognize him for all he did for the syndrome.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, that'll work.
Congratulations, and Danny.
Once again, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is y'all's favorite portion of the show where Jeremy gets to tell you what happened on this day in history. And straight out the gate, today is Monday, December 11th. And on this day in 1845, the Sonderbund was formed by the 7 Roman Catholic conservative Swiss cantons, Luzern, Uri, Schwitz, Unterwalden, Zug, Freiburg, and Vallis, to oppose the anti-Catholic measures by Protestant liberal cantons.
That is a bananas, and this is a banana. So you had two.
You want to say those out loud for the viewers?
No,
for those
because this is not my segment.
That are working and
my
listening?
My segment is mornings. In the morning, the first part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not my segment. This is all you.
Oh, okay. I can carry on. So I can carry on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. In the year 1911, Egyptian novelist and screenplay writer
oh, this is another one.
Najib Mahfouz, the first Arabic writer to be awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature, was born in Cairo.
He looks smart.
In 1941, Adolf Hitler declared that Germany was at war with the United States following the Japanese attacks on the U.S., British, and Dutch positions in the Pacific and in East Asia. In 1946, UNICEF, a United Nations program devoted to improving the health, nutrition, education, and general welfare of children, was established.
Mhm.
In 1967, the acclaimed American film Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, a lesson in racial tolerance and etiquette, premiered in New York City. It starred Katharine Hepburn, Spencer Tracy in his last movie, and Sidney Poitier.
Mhm.
In 1972, Apollo 17 astronauts Eugene Cernan and Harrison Schmitt became the last humans to walk on the moon.
Mm.
In 1978, nearly $6 million in cash and jewels was stolen from the air cargo building of the German airline Lufthansa at John F. Kennedy.
Lufthansa.
Yeah.
Lufthansa?
Yes.
At John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City.
And I remember that.
At the time, the Lufthansa heist, as it
Just say bananas.
Lufthansa heist,
Ah,
as it became known, was the largest ever cash theft in the United States.
Do you know who did
The people that did it.
it?
In 1981, American boxer Muhammad Ali fought his last professional bout, losing to Trevor Berbick in a decision.
I don't remember that.
In 1994, Russian troops invaded Chechnya in an effort to suppress a rebel Chechen government led by Dokhar Durayev.
That's not even a word.
In 1998, the Judiciary Committee of the U.S. House of Representatives recommended 3 articles of impeachment against President Bill Clinton, to which would be added a 4th article the following day for actions taken in connection with his affair with White House intern Monica Lewinsky.
And you know, I'm going to say something. I did not know until this happened that a president could get impeached for having sex. I didn't know that.
In 2012, Indian sitarist Ravi
Shankar,
Shankar, who was influential in stimulating Western appreciation of Indian music, died at the age of 92. And that will do it for this day in history. You know, this might have been the first episode of Jeremy Goes Bunches of Bananas.
Bunches, I'm telling you. It was a lot going on in that.
That's terrible.
I don't have the sound effect on this deck.
Right?
It's okay. I was doing it for you.
Mike Arana says, how is the internet on the Anthem of the Seas?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the internet seems to be fine so far. I think consistency wise, I believe MSC's internet is a little more consistent, a little better, even like throughout the ship. I mean, you have to tell me, how am I coming through on your end? I mean, for me, I'm just looking at my own camera feed. I don't know how it is that you see it.
It's clear. It really is. It's clear. Captain Billy J has come up with a programming update here. It says, one day Cheryl needs to read what happened this day in history, but instead of saying bananas, she has to say rubbers. That's right. Mona did what? Have a good day. Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
Yeah, and stay warm.
yes.
That's definitely
Everybody stay warm because it seems like it's cold almost everywhere.
Yeah. Sharon Rowland says 56 degrees and sunny in South Georgia.
That's good weather.
Midlife Travels has made it in. Hello. Welcome
Good morning.
in. And it says 28 degrees here in Southeast Oklahoma with a high of 57 today.
Man. Bama is here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Elizabeth says, I don't think it was the sex, Cheryl. It was that he lied under oath.
Okay.
I could be wrong though.
Okay. It just baffled me. I said, if that's the case, CEOs are going to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, snap.
Well, listen, not to get too deep into it, but I worked for the Pennsylvania legislature for a long time. And it's all about public perception. I mean, they're elected officials, right? So they answer to the public. It's all about public perception. And a great deal of what we did was always a deciding or considering factor was always about what would the public think, or what would the public, how would the public feel about this? And even into things that really had very little to do, like your personal life. Even as a staffer, we had to consider a bunch of things in our personal life that might eventually come to light. Any reporter could walk into any office at any time and submit a Freedom of Information Act request and be given freely as much information about staffers and the elected officials themselves just by simply requesting it. As soon as you go to work for the government, you are open to all kinds of things that in the beginning I didn't even conceive was considered public knowledge.
Right.
Bamanola Adventures has made it back. Hey, what's up, Billy?
Hey.
And let's see.
Oh, it's cold here.
Oh,
And
Mayhem and
snow
Miracles.
snow is coming. Hot dog.
0 degrees Celsius. Is that is 32? Is it not?
Yes.
Okay. Bamanola says it's 42 here now.
It's cold in Louisiana.
Yep. Jennifer says it is 45 degrees here, but we'll go up to 67. That'll work. Canadian Family Life has made it in.
Hey, Tiffany.
What is
Good morning.
What is on your menu today? Inquiring minds want to know.
He gets full by looking at your videos.
That's right.
I don't care.
That's right.
We put them on the TV and watch.
And let's see. It is okay. We are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Okay, it's a slow news day, so forgive me. It says here, Celebrity Cruises changes shore tour cancellation policy. So booking shore excursions through Celebrity Cruises is a great way to ensure amazing experiences in different ports of call, but guests need to be aware of an update to the tour cancellation policy. The cruise line recently began reaching out to guests with booked tours to notify them of timing changes for the cancellation window. Beginning January 1st, you'll have up to 48 hours prior to arriving in the port to cancel a shore excursion. Previously, the cancellation window was up to 24 hours prior to the scheduled departure, according to Celebrity Cruises' website. Not only was the prior cancellation window smaller, but it also changes to the prior arriving in port rather than relying on the departure time of different tours. This makes the policy more uniform regardless of whether guests have chosen an early or late tour on the day of the port visit. Furthermore, the wider cancellation window should help eliminate the sometimes inconsiderate practice of passengers booking multiple tours long before setting sail, but then canceling the day before when they decide which tour they really want to participate in. This tactic effectively makes reservations without cancellation penalty, but does not permit other guests to make reservations based on tour space. Now the wider 48-hour cancellation window gives time to other guests to take advantage of any late cancellations, and for tour operators to be sure tours will be as full as possible when the ship arrives. The cancellation changes only apply to shore excursions booked through Celebrity Cruises. Guests should be aware that some specialized tours have much broader cancellation windows. Tours with flights, trains, special events, overnight stays, and other exclusive arrangements must be canceled 30 days before sailing, before the cruise embarks, regardless of what day the tour will take place, even on longer voyages. So booking a shore excursion through the cruise line or through Celebrity or any other cruise line not only offers guests a great way to explore various ports of call, but guests can feel assured about the tour they select. So I know that we run into that all the time, my wife and I, where, tours are full and, we don't book a lot of tours through the cruise line, but I know that we do always check right before, to see if there are any cancellations. Occasionally, we have been able to get into a tour that we were interested in last minute. So moving on, Carnival Cruise Lines takes away a popular dining choice. So nobody, even the pickiest eater, has ever gone hungry on Royal Caribbean or Carnival cruises. Both cruise lines include breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in the main dining room, as well as round-the-clock pizza, access to buffets for 3 meals a day, and usually at least 1 or 2 other free dining options. In the past year, however, both cruise lines have made some major dining changes. Some are positive, like Carnival's expansion of the late-night menu to offer free choices beyond pizza. And in other cases, passengers have not been happy with the changes. Both Royal Caribbean and Carnival overhauled their main dining room menus and took away some items that had been offered every day. In addition, the rival cruise lines also began limiting customers to 1 free lobster tail, or, in my opinion, crawfish tail. And on the other sailings, lobster night, on other sailings, that lobster nights and Carnival has added a $5 fee for any entree after the second one. Some of these changes were forced by supply chain issues. Lobster prices have skyrocketed nationwide, and that likely forced the 2 companies to change their policies. In other cases, changes have been made to speed up services or to cut down on food wastes. In a broader sense, passengers generally want, both those things, but they don't like it when a well-intentioned cutback removes a choice or a menu item that they like. Carnival is now facing negative feedback from passengers over a change it made to its breakfast and brunch menus. Carnival serves breakfast in its main dining room, its Lido buffet, and the Blue Iguana Cantina. It also serves a brunch menu on sea days in the main dining room. The Lido buffet generally has promenade or pre-made food for passengers to serve themselves, including eggs, waffles, pancakes, blah, 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 blah. So it says here the issue is that Carnival has changed now to limit omelet selections in the main dining room as well as in the buffet. So it says here, well, hopeful you will still be able to enjoy a ham and cheese omelet, which is still available along with vegetarian, plain omelets, cheese omelets, and an egg white omelet. Of course, there are so many other great choices for you to enjoy. We thank you very much for understanding, and that we hope that you will still be happy with the omelet selections, says John Heald, brand ambassador. While many Carnival passengers clearly see this as a cutback, it's also a problem solver, since the omelet stations on cruise ships generally have about 4 pans. If every person fully customizes their omelet, the process bogs down. anyone who has ever been on a cruise ship has likely seen long lines at any buffet station that allows for customization. So, again, I don't tend to go to the omelet station or for even which is the same station you would go to for like fried eggs and stuff like that because of that issue. But I'm also not a big breakfast person either. So it's not a big deal to me, but those omelet station lines are definitely longer. It'll be interesting to see if this process does indeed cut those lines down. So,
and that's the way the news goes.
And it would be interesting because on that omelet station, this is a biggie for a lot of people that cruise Carnival. If someone didn't hear about this change until they got on the cruise and they go there and say, I want spinach, olives, and all this other stuff that people put on there. I wish I would be there when that happens, because I know people, they get teed off at the little bitty things that happen, like the pizza, closure. So this omelet station is a bigger thing than the pizza. So I'm curious it's going to be some fallout. I just think there'll be some fallout.
For sure.
That is a almost daily staple of Jeremy's breakfast on a Carnival cruise ship.
It is. Yeah.
But the line at that omelet station is always really long and really slow. So
for me, though, in moves at a regular pace,
he gets there early though.
I do, and that's going to affect my cruising for sure. Yeah. Canadian Family Life says going to make hodgepodge if the power holds out. And I looked this up.
He just looked it up.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious. Are you going to make the Nova Scotian hodgepodge or the East Coast hodgepodge? Let us know in the comments section below.
Well, Nova Scotia is on the East Coast, so I wonder what the distinction is.
Well, they said it all depends on the veggies that you put in it. Mm-hmm. And it looked like it had a different sauce too.
One was like creamy or something.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. Cruise Nut says it's 37 degrees in the DFW area, high of 60 today. Yep. It is very cold all over the place.
All over the place. Everybody's got some kind of coolness in their area.
Sharon Rowland says, I want to open up a restaurant so I can feed people who don't have food and everyone will be welcome, but I don't have the money though. Mm. Yep.
The thing.
That would be good,
They're doing something like that at the homeless shelter. They're going to be having a big hoopla for the homeless. And where he is.
Okay, cruising on the high seas and travel has created a question. If I don't want my lobster tail, but you want another one, can I give you mine so you don't have to pay, or is that not allowed?
No, I'm sure you can order it and then just give it to them. So
yeah.
But don't make it obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same question for the third main course. The third is going to cost you for sure.
Yeah, it's $5.
Yeah, $5. Oh, okay. Bamanola says Mustard Drill failed to mention the most important cruise news. I have 60 days until the best cruise ever on the Carnival Jubilee.
Oh, wow. He's going to be
and she is on her way.
Yeah.
I can't wait until we can get out there and bring you all that footage. The guru of baseball cards has made it in. Good morning.
And they passed by. She passed by another ship, and somebody caught it and posted it. They
it was a picture off of a P&O cruise.
Yeah.
They got kind of close to it, too.
Yeah, they did.
The Bud Files have made it in. Good morning.
Hey, Bud.
Okay, Kathy Mills says, I love customizing an omelet, so I guess I'll get my own bacon and cheese and ask them to put my hot veggie omelet right on top to melt it all together.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
That sounds like a plan.
That's good.
There's ways around these things.
Yeah, because that's going to be a touchy subject for somebody who doesn't go, because we didn't get the email about the omelet. But that would be a touchy subject about somebody who wants their omelet fixed the same way that they've had it fixed all these sailings, and they come back and say, I can't. It's going to be a problem.
Mayhem and Miracles asked the question, have you ever had a cruise cancel, and what was the reason?
COVID.
For sure.
We had like 3 canceled.
Speaking of COVID, the last time I was on the ship I'm currently on, which is the Anthem of the Seas, which was January of this year, my wife and I got COVID and took it home to the kids. So, but we didn't know we had COVID until after we got home. So we think it was an 11-day cruise. We think we got COVID in the last couple of days, just enough time for us to still be feeling fine as we, disembarked and traveled home, but sick the next day and the day after that. So here's fingers crossed.
Mike and Rihanna asked the question, what was that sound while you were reading the cruise news? That was me messing with my Mod Action app over here. It was a siren sound that you heard, but as long as they don't get rid of this, I'm good.
Oh man, he loves that chicken sound.
That's my chicken sound, y'all.
I tell him I just want to burn it up.
No, I plan on bringing the chicken into several shows. The chicken is here to stay. Yes. And oh snap! Wait a minute. Hang on one moment.
Hey, we got
A super chat.
from you
And you.
and you.
Thank you. Thank you for that super
I'm gonna
chat.
have to do it. I'm gonna have to do that over because my hair looks like
Your hair looks great in that.
It looks like Phyllis Diller. I don't know y'all remember Phyllis Diller from back in the day, but pull her up. Her hair was never right, but that was her signature. Bad hair. Oh man, if I had known I was going, why did I do that on a day that I had bad hair day?
Well, we had started getting super chats and we didn't really know what to do. So that's what we created. And yeah, we're gonna reshoot that.
I mean, it's up to you, but if you ask me, I think it's fine.
Okay, we'll leave it. But look.
Oh, Mayhem and Miracles. Wait, hold on. Yes, I do love Phyllis Diller.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And she loves you too because she keeps coming back
I
every day.
You know what? I wish I could put her on my phone, but my phone be dead and I forget. And what I do, I put her on the TV and watch her on the TV,
Yep.
I do her like that. I do Cruising with Keith, because he's so tall that I like to see his presence on the screen. And when she's sitting down, I want to see her, right there.
Well, Mayhem and Miracle says, oh, yes, love your hair. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yep.
Like you saying that, I just realized that Keith is taller than Jeremy. Oh my Lord.
And the Ocean says the chicken needs to go in the oven.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Fried chicken, yes.
Oh man, that sounds good, Eddie. Stop.
You want some chicken?
Oh, guess what? Guess what? We've taught the kids that's going on the Prima. The Prima. Mr. Scott, do you want some butter toast? I'll go get it.
They're in butter toast training.
Wait.
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And just like that, he's gone.
Yeah, just like that.
He's gone. Okay, well, while he's out, let's ask this question of the day. What has been your favorite excursion so far on a cruise ship?
Oh, I know mine.
And Eddie, we'll go ahead and get started with you.
Excursion.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Well, myself, I haven't really decided. But I know when we went to San Lucia, Alice decided let's go to the beach. And we hopped in one of those trolleys, like a train kind of thing. It took us around all over the place, San Lucia, and then took us to the beach where it's a San Martino, San Lucia, where the planes land. We went through there. And then went to an actual beach. We were there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And she had a ball. She enjoyed it. She went in the water, all that. Me, just sitting on the chair, minding my own business, what she was doing all there. And then we walked right back to the bus, and it began to rain, and we head back to port. That's what one of the excursions that we done. Not really much going on, and also in Costa Maya this year, we hopped on a golf cart with Clock, and we took a ride in Costa Maya, and it was a nice drive around the island. So that's about it. Nothing major yet.
Right. Scott?
I mean, my favorite excursions are when I get to go and see, like when I get to go far away from the tourist areas. Now, I've been on plenty of those that are basically just showing me a lot of the natural beauty of the destinations that we're visiting. So I'd have to say, out of all of those, my favorite one was an excursion we took, a tour we took in Jamaica, where in addition to seeing some of the countryside and stuff, we were able to actually go to a school up in the mountains on Jamaica, far from the ship. And we got to spend some time there with the children to see, I mean, they go to school pretty much like our kids do, but I mean, like we were able to see them and see where they, go to school, and we were able to talk with the kids and interact with them a little bit. And at the end of the time we had there, my wife sat down on the steps out in front of the school, and some of the girls came over and immediately started playing with her hair and braiding it and things like that or whatever. So it was a really nice interaction, and I really enjoyed that time there in Jamaica at the school.
Well, that'll work. And speaking of Jamaica, our last cruise was the first time that we have taken an excursion together, and we took two. One was the hop on, hop off bus tour of Montego Bay, which we really enjoyed. That we ended up at Margaritaville, and then we were going to do some, within walking distance shopping, but it had started raining, so we jumped back on the bus and went to the ship. Believe me, we were well intentioned on that one. But the rain kept us away. Same thing with the next cruise port stop, which was Cozumel. Now, we had watched this live tour that Scott took us through on Paradise Beach. And we were really, really impressed by that so much we went ahead and booked it. And we had a fabulous day out there. I mean, so much so that we already have it booked for the next cruise
on the Prima.
We're all going to Paradise Beach, and is going to have a real good day there. That food there is completely awesome, especially from the taco truck.
Okay, my experience, I've had several. One was in Nassau. I went me, my daughter, and my niece went to a rum tasting place, and it was good. Then we went, I've done several. I went to one in Jamaica with the family. We went to this one place up on the hill, and this lady talked to us and just all kinds of stuff. It was beautiful, though. Beautiful flowers, beautiful everything. Then I went to, I just can't even say it. I went to this place.
Bananas.
I know. I can't even say it because
I think it was iguanas.
Yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah, that's the one. I went, me and my daughter, we always sail together. She said, Mom, we were already on the tour bus and everything. She said, Mom, let's get off and go look at these purses. We don't need no purse. So we got off the tour bus, went and looked at the purses, didn't buy a purse, I tell you. And so we had to walk back to the ship, and we had to cross this bridge. My daughter, of course, was walking faster than me. So when it was my turn to cross the bridge, she had already startled the wildlife, which was the iguanas. They just came out in droves, and I'm still devastated. I'm still devastated. It's hard for me to talk about it. And I couldn't move. I got paralyzed. And lucky for me, when I told my daughter, I said, Wendy, come back and get me. She said, Mama, I can't. So that lets you know that if it was a bullet, she couldn't take it because she couldn't do it. But these people behind me were on another ship, and they say, Mama, we can help you. I said, can I walk in the middle? I don't want to walk on the outside. And man, I was just devastated. And I'm still devastated to just talk about it. So those are the things, I don't really like getting off the ship, going to a place where there are animals, wildlife, because anything's a wildlife. A fly is wildlife to me. And you go and you sit next to it and you don't see it because the iguana has changed colors to the rock or something. You might as well call the ambulance, but I was too far from an ambulance. I would have died before they got there. But I'm just saying.
The iguana excursion.
I've had some bad experiences with all kinds of stuff going on. I have, so don't ask me about excursions because the only one I like is Paradise.
Mike and Rihanna has a programming note to next week's Across the Wave show will be the last show for the year until January 3rd.
Because it's the holiday season.
And Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has answered this morning's question: swimming with the stingrays in Grand Cayman.
I'm looking forward to Key West, though.
No.
Why are you not going to do it?
Nope. The captain's favorite excursion was cave tubing and zip lining for the first time in Belize.
You know what? I want to do the zip lining. I do. I want to do the
So
zip lining.
I have cave tubed in Belize.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, it was an all right experience. I'm glad I did it. It's in it's checked off of my list now. I wasn't super fond of sticking my feet in the armpits of the person in front of me, nor having their feet in the person behind me's feet in my armpits. But that's how we did it. And, it all worked out in the end. So I definitely enjoyed that. Stingray City, I was never so happy to be off of a tour in my entire life.
And let's see, Traveling with Tinkerbell says the Bath have been my favorite excursions in Tortola, Virgin Gorda, I'm assuming. Yep. Not sure. Kevin from Tuber Chat, good morning and word up.
Good morning.
Right back at you. The mother and daughter duo has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Good morning.
Thank you for that share, Kevin. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes.
And Will from Together We Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
And yep. Captain Billy J gave you some iguanas.
I don't want none.
There you have it.
Now you know my weakness, Captain. That's it. If I ever cruise with you, just be there to help me get across.
Paradise Beach was absolutely lovely. You're right about that.
Scott sold us just by the tour he did, the virtual tour, because we didn't get a blog. We got a virtual blog. And let me tell you, that really sold us. They did.
Ma'am in Miracle says, nope, never with the Stingrays. Look what happened to Steve Irwin.
Oh, wait.
Listen, Elijah will be able to sit down on the sofa with his children and watch the Paradise Beach vlog.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And let's see, Captain Billy J left a hashtag for you. Hashtag feet pits.
Can't do it.
That's the hashtag of the day right there.
I'll tell you, I mean, that was very interesting when the guide explained how we were going to do that.
And Jennifer says you have to give the Stingrays big kisses.
I
don't know. So,
but I want you to do it.
Sorry.
You and Scott can do it.
Ma'am Miracle says I mean, are those places equipped to help you if you were injured or bitten?
Okay, let me tell you. They have
No.
as much experience and training as I have. Let me just, when you go on an excursion, like my daughter, first cruise this year, she went on a excursion that I told her, baby, don't do it. I'm experienced, so don't go to the places that I wouldn't go to. She went to Mr. Sancho's, and she saw that the people didn't look like they knew what they were doing, but she went with her peers on this excursion, a banana boat, and she was out there. They were screaming, tequila, tequila. On the third tequila, the boat tipped over and capsized.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
There you have it.
there you have it.
Ocean Travel says we have two favorite excursions: snorkeling in Belize and Paradise Beach.
I love Paradise.
Paradise Beach is awesome.
And the other thing I can say too, so like the cave tubing in Belize, right? So I'll just run down this like super fast. There was an hour bus ride out to basically the Guatemalan border, right? And then there was about a 30-minute trek through the jungle, through the rainforest to actually get to the river that we tubed on. So if anything had gone wrong, we were pretty much done.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not doing that excursion.
Right. And speaking of cruises and excursions, I know that Eddie has been working on a super duper cruise that we are all going to be on.
Yes,
And we're
all of
inviting you
us.
to be a part of the same.
So come on and go. Get in
Yeah,
contact.
and it's one excursion that I'm looking forward to, which is Key West. When is this going to happen? Next year, October 28, 2024, leaving out of Tampa, Florida, on the Carnival Paradise. We're going to go down to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman on a 6-day cruise. Please get in touch with Bruce at Ocean Travel to get your cabin going. The sooner, the better. It's going to be a lot of creators on this one. Mac and Rihanna, first cruise, and they're in charge of a vessel group. So check out this video.
Who's Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
I was messing
And we're
with
back.
them. I was messing with them. I'm sorry, y'all. I was.
Okay. So also we have, Kathy Mills says, I like everything in Alaska, especially the whale watching and glacier scenic cruising.
Nice.
That sounds nice.
I want to go to Alaska. Have you been to Alaska? Anybody?
Not yet.
Oh, it's too cold. Oh, wait.
Yeah, too cold.
Wait.
Oh, yep, that'll work. And okay, so real quick, Scott, answer this one. Mayhem and Miracles asked, travel insurance, what does it cover?
Well, it's like any other policy, any other type of insurance policy. It covers what what you've purchased, the coverage that you've purchased. I mean, most of it covers, a limited amount of medical and some repatriation kind of stuff. So like medical evacuation, things like that, or whatever expenses it would cost to get you back to your home country and things like that, up to its policy limits. And that's like any other type of insurance policy. Those limits vary, and you can purchase, a policy with more or less coverage, and cost is, of course, the deciding factor in a lot of that. But what the insurance doesn't do is solve that problem or that situation that you're in at the moment. All it does is maybe give you some cash later down the road should you survive the situation that you're in. But like I said, in that case for the cave tubing, we were an hour bus ride away and deep into the jungle. So I don't know how, I don't know what could have been done to get anybody injured out of that situation, to even eventually think about what insurance might pay them back for. So.
Right.
I couldn't do it.
Right.
Couldn't do it.
Eddie, do we have some sense of who is coming on for the remainder of the day on YouTube?
I believe that at 11 o'clock in the morning, what's his name? It's a Darian.
Woman in the World with Darian?
Thank you. At 11 o'clock in the morning. Then at 12 o'clock, it's going to be Mayhem and
Miracles.
Miracles. Thank you. Sorry, Masha. I'm just not in the on the best of transitions. Also, at 5 o'clock, I believe Bill from Western Dimensions has a premiere, and 7 p.m. tonight will be Cruise Nuts. At 7 p.m., they also have another premiere of drone footage they have from Cozumel.
All right. Well, Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning. And
Good
he
morning.
said, Eddie, I did it again. Not sure what he did, but hopefully it's check those shoes.
He fell asleep and got up this morning, watched the morning show, then took a nap and forgot about getting up again. So, hey, you're still here on time. Don't worry.
Y'all go ahead and hit the notification bell on Mayhem and Miracles. Not going live until later on in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, she's hanging out with her daughter, taking
That's
care
more
of some
important.
things.
That's more important, hanging out with your daughter. I love hanging out with my daughter.
And
my daughters.
And speaking of hanging out, we hope you guys hang out and join us again tomorrow morning, where we will bring you another great show. In the meantime and in between time, y'all take care of each other out there. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and never, ever forget that we love you.
Love you.
And good morning.
Good morning.
Bye.
Have a good day.